Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the live ride chat. We just want to welcome you and give you a few just heads up. There is a 30-second delay. So if any questions are asked, I will get to you. It just will be a little bit of a delay. So thanks for joining us. And give me 1 second here. We're having a little bit of back. Okay. All right, so we'll wait. So for you to post a question, just post it down in the comments and we will get back to you as soon as you post that and we can kind of move on from there. But until we get some of the live questions, I'll definitely kind of give you guys a little bit of a spiel about the ride and get you guys all excited to be a part of this epic journey as well as an amazing event. So moving forward, again, my name's Kristen. So I work in our Calgary office and I work with our corporate teams and any of our riders looking to learn more. So biggest thing, come take advantage of us in the office. We definitely love when riders stop by. Come ask more questions and get yourself started. So definitely moving forward, you know, we're all in this because of a common cause, and that common cause is unfortunately cancer. And that's what we're looking to, you know, conquer in our lifetime right here with this event. And I can tell you we have done quite an amazing job already in the last 7 years that the ride's been here in Alberta. So in 7 years, we've raised over $54 million with the ride right here in Alberta. And just last year, we raised $7.8 million with like-minded people just like yourself, getting out there and trying to make a difference. You know, this is our opportunity without being medical professionals to ultimately save a life. You know, we don't pick up a scalpel every day and go to work, but we can definitely put ourselves into this cause and make a difference. So keep that in mind when you embark on this journey with us. And, you know, the Alberta Cancer Foundation, just in case you don't know much about it, we do have 17 community, regional, and research facilities around Alberta. So we've got the two biggest research centers that your dollars are going to go to, and that's going to be the Tom Baker Cancer Center in Calgary and the Edmonton Cross Cancer Institute up in Edmonton. So, you know, two places doing world-renowned research in regards to cancer. And, you know, there's something to say about that in our ride is that, you know, those researchers and oncologists and radiologists, they're out here doing this ride as well. They are riding their bikes and are raising the $2,500 just like yourself. So I think that's a very intimate part of our event, is that they are out there literally asking for your help, not for you to do it for them. So I think that's something very special to the event. And, you know, when you join us on this event, you're going to be able to, you know, ride past them or ride with them. So getting to meet those oncologists and researchers is going to, you know, be a really good experience for yourself. So getting into the actual ride itself and what we're going to experience together on August 6th and 7th this coming year. So it's going to start nice and early, and I'm going to paint a little bit of a picture for the morning for you. So it's going to be a beautiful, hopefully sunny morning where we're all going to get together bright and early and start our day. And you know, there's something about that start line that when there's, you know, 1,700, 1,800 riders all around just lining up to go through that start line, it is quite an amazing experience to see everybody in a little sea of blue. I like to say when our jerseys are blue, of course, but it is amazing because all these people are here and we're all different people from different places, but we're here to conquer cancer. And that is a very emotional part of this event, but also very exciting to get your day started. So starting in that morning, we'll have a little opening ceremonies for you guys. And that opening ceremonies really is, I like to say there's two very big spine chilling moments of this event. And it really does give you that feeling of accomplishment. And that start line is that spine chill, that chill down your spine moment of the event. So you're going to start bright and early again, like I said, 8 a.m. that opening ceremony start, and we're going to move into the actual day. So we've got the day of riding, and it's about 100 plus kilometers. And I say plus because when that route is released, we'll get, you know, about would be about 105 to 110. But our current riders would definitely be upset if I didn't give them credit for those last 5 or 10 kilometers. So yeah, about 100 plus. But the best thing to think about this event is that it is almost like an interval ride. This is a ride, it's not a race. You've got 3 pit stops along the way with food, snacks, water, whatever you would like and need. And we've got bike tech support, medical support, really everything you can think of on a day of 100 plus kilometer riding. So definitely take advantage of those stops. But if you want to pass them all up and make it to that halfway mark as quick as you can, that's your choice as well. We do have a lunch stop as well. And so really those 4 stops are going to break it down to about a 25 to 35 kilometer interval, which is really going to make it awesome for you guys to be able to choose when you want to stop. So like I said, there's bike tech support, medical support. We have sweep vehicles out on the road in case you, blow a tire but don't have anything on you. We'll pick you up and take you to the next pit stop to get you some bike tech support. If something happens and you just want to take a break from one pit stop to another because it's been a long day, that's also your choice. So just to remember that those resources are available to you is really going to make this much more of a controlled event for you. This really is your journey and it's what you want to make of it. And I think that's what's very exciting about it, is that this is your challenge that you're putting forth for yourself. So that first day of riding will be great. And so then after that first day of riding, we hit camp. And camp is the celebration, because I'm going to kind of get onto a little tangent here. So there's 2 days, August 6th and 7th. But these 2 days are not just the event. This event is a journey. It starts today. It starts right when you register, whether you've done it already or not. And so it's going to start as soon as you click yes. And once you do that, that is your entire journey. So these 2 days are more of a physical challenge, emotional challenge, but also a celebration of what you've been able to accomplish leading up to this event. So at camp, when you reach it, it really is a celebration of your day of riding, of your 8 months of fundraising, your 8 months of training, everything. So we definitely set it up to be an amazing celebration for you guys. So when you get to camp, it's like a little man-made city that we've created for you. So we've got tents set up for you. It's our little tent city. They're already set up. All you have to do is bring your sleeping bag, your mat, anything you're going to need. Pack your bag. The best part too is that you won't have to worry about your bag. So pack whatever you'd like. But when you get to that start line, you actually drop it off at one of our bag checks, and the bag trucks are going to take it to camp for you. So one thing to think about is that camp is not mandatory, but it is one of the most exciting parts of this event. So definitely take that into consideration. And so along with our little tent city, we've also got live entertainment for you. We've got massage tents for you. We've got yoga tents, whatever your choice for relaxing is. But I can definitely tell you those massage tents are much more popular than any other thing. So definitely get your name on a list for that. But on top of that live entertainment and your dinner served for you, we're also sponsored by Steam Whistle. And Steam Whistle, a few drinks are on us with them. So it really does make it a celebration. But you do have to remember you have to ride the next day. So keep that in mind. But again, celebrate and, bond with your teammates, whether you're on a team or not, and move from there and meet other people. And maybe you'll meet some of those researchers or some people you never thought you'd meet, cancer survivors, people currently battling cancer. It really is a really exciting night, a night that you don't want to end. So take advantage of that and take it in, because it will be one of the best nights in 2016 for you. So moving on from our little man-made city for you guys on Saturday night, you're going to wake up bright and early on Sunday morning and finish this journey that you started. So once you wake up in the morning, we'll have more of a staggered start, say between 7 a.m. and 8 a.m., where you'll wake up and you'll be able to leave in between there. So that start is going to be just like the start the day before. You're going to get on your bike and ride out, and you're going to have the same support as you did the night before, or the day before. So you're going to have 3 pit stops along the way, the bike tech support, medical support, the lunch stop, sweep vehicles, everything that you could need or want, again, is going to be there on that second day. So on top of that, I always bring up on the second day something that's significant that I want you to all watch out for when you're on the ride for both days. But on that second day, it's that motivation you need to get you through that second day. And those are the yellow flags that are on the back of all of our riders that are cancer survivors or currently battling cancer's bikes. And to see that yellow flag, it does 2 things to you, emotionally and physically. Emotionally, it reminds you that what you're doing is why that person is here. It reminds you that the fundraising dollars that you've raised have helped keep that person with us and have helped better the research so that that person could be with us. But on top of the emotional motivation, it's also going to give you an amazing amount of physical motivation, because if you are not a cancer survivor, you don't really understand, or we won't ever physically know the challenges and the roller coaster of emotions that that person's been through. So to see that yellow flag pass you on the road is definitely a push in the back of your bike to get you pedaling a little bit harder, because if they can do it, so can you. So it is a great thing to see those yellow flags go by, and again, it reminds us all why we're here. So after that long second day, that nice day of 100 plus kilometers riding, you're going to make it to the finish line. And one great thing, and on a little bit of a tangent again, if you take that sweep vehicle the second day, you are definitely going to get dropped off about 1 kilometer away, as long as it's not a medical reason, because we want to make sure you ride through that finish line. So when you are about 1 kilometer away from that finish line, you're going to be able to hear it. And I think that's something that's so beautiful about this event, is the amount of volunteers and crew members and family members that are going to be cheering you on and in through that finish line. And the finish line is something else. It's that second spine-chilling moment of this event, and it's seeing your face riding on that bike on a big screen. For us, the last 2 years have been at Canada Olympic Park, so not many people thought they'd be riding a bike through Canada Olympic Park on a big screen. So it really makes you realize what you have accomplished over these last 8 months. And it's something to be so proud of, to know that you've raised over $2,500 for cancer research. You've ridden over 200 kilometers, and you're on your way to conquering cancer in your lifetime. So it is a great part of the event, and take that in as well. So once you ride through that finish line, we're going to have a nice celebration for you guys. Afterwards, we have barbecue as well to keep the celebration going, where your friends and family can come out and meet you as well. And again, just take in what this weekend has meant to you, and I can promise you that this will be the best weekend of 2016 for you. So take advantage of it, challenge yourself, give yourself something to kind of work for, and I can promise you won't regret it. So that's kind of a little bit about those 2 days, and we welcome any questions on the logistics if there are any, and we can definitely help you out with those. But let's kind of backtrack now to today, to the day you say yes, the day you say I'm gonna ride, and the day you register. So we're gonna talk a little bit about the fundraising. And so our minimum commitment is $2,500, but our average rider is gonna raise about $3,200. So there's nothing to worry about, because the biggest thing is that, like I said, this is not a 2-day event. You're not going to sign up and then we'll see you at the start line. You have access to myself and all of our wonderful engagement specialists here in Calgary and in Edmonton. So we're going to be there with you 100% of the way, making you sure that you are as successful as you can be when it comes to the fundraising and training and getting everything that you want out of this event. So with that minimum commitment, again, like I said, there's personal fundraising, there's team fundraising, ideas and stuff like that. So you're going to be responsible for your 2,500 commitment. But once you get registered, you get a username and password. And so that username and password is going to get you in to your participant center. And your participant center is lovely. It's like a little Facebook page in a sense, because you got all the behind the scene tools. And then in the front of everything, what people see is a little picture of yourself and a description. So when you first start, it's a generic picture and description. So the biggest thing you want to do when you get started is, give yourself a little personalized personal page, because when you put your picture and a description of who you're riding, why you're riding, who you're riding for, something, maybe it's a lifestyle change and you want people to know about it, definitely put it in there, because 90% of your fundraising is going to be done online. And how great is it when someone can go donate to you online and see your picture there, and then read your description and get kind of, feel like they're a part of this event with you. It's, the 21st century, we do a lot of stuff online. We go donate to places online. We go online shopping. And so it's a normal thing to put our credit card in there and then kind of just, go away. But having that personal story there to connect with your donors is going to make it feel like, again, they're on this journey with you. So take advantage of that. That is a very important part of this process. The next thing for personal fundraising that's going to help you out is doing a self-donation, because putting a self-donation and showing people, that you're committed to this as well, is really going to be a great thing for that personal page. And one thing that our riders have learned in the past, and one thing that actually, affects their fundraising, and I'm going to break this down to you really fast, really 25 people, $100. That's your 2,500. You could even break it down to if you knew 50 people, $50. Everyone's going to donate 50, but not everyone's going to not donate more. So, breaking it down like that's going to feel a little different. But when you do that self-donation, a really big thing that we notice with a lot of our riders, and our riders really take into consideration, is that not everyone always knows what a good donation is. And, they don't want to, they're not sure what they're supposed to donate or what would be considered enough. So having your donation, which will show up on your little honor roll, is really going to, in a sense, mirror image what they're going to donate to you. Because if they see what you've committed to yourself, they're going to think about doing the same as well, because it's obviously a good donation because you've done it for yourself. And again, a self-donation is also tax deductible, so that comes back to yourself. And it kind of, gives you a little bit of motivation. You've made your first donation. You've got that dollar off zero, and it's really going to get you pumped up and ready to go. So take that into consideration as well. And then moving from that and personal fundraising and in that participant center, you've got tons of email templates already written for you. I think there's about 12 to 14 different templates, ranging from updates to, your first ask, and then there's your big ask, which is going to be, whether it's from your company or a family company or maybe a friend who, likes to give back a lot, something like that. You're going to have templates in there created already for you. And then you're going to be able to just personalize them and send them out. So we've already taken care of that for you. All you have to do is look up that contact list and send those emails out. And one thing, about the fundraising too, is that you're not asking for money for yourself. And that's something that, once you're over that, it really becomes more simple, because you're asking for money for an amazing cause. You're asking for fundraising dollars for an amazing foundation right here in your province, staying right here for us in Alberta. And I think that's something that's really special. So remember that when you're sending these emails out. And when I say send these emails out, I mean send them to everyone you know. Absolutely everyone. I don't care if it's someone you met on a plane and somehow ended up with their contact information. You want to send it out to them. because the biggest thing, especially when you get started with this event, that you won't understand is that you never know who's going to donate to you, and you also don't ever know how much they're going to donate to you. I think that's something that surprises everyone. Even our riders who have been here for 7 years, they literally, for all 7 years, they literally, come to me and be like, Kristen, I'm amazed every year, like at a specific person that ends up donating. It's just someone they never thought would, but they sent it out anyways, and then they end up donating. And I think that's something that it really makes you excited too, and it gets you really ready to go for, a training ride even. You can do it indoors. I know it's kind of cold outside now, but it really gets you started and excited about this event. So take those tips into consideration. There's a few other tools in there as well. Participant Center is really fun to play around with. We've got an email badge signature, and this one's my favorite. So this is going to be at the bottom of your email signature. It's a little thermometer that says what you've raised. It automatically updates, and it says how much you raised and what your goal is, how much you'd like to raise. But the best part about this tool is that it's a clickable link straight from your personal page all the way to straight from your email all the way to your personal page. So, I mean, what better than, a great reminder just to be at the bottom of your email signature? Because again, when you send those emails out, we're all busy people. We all have a lot going on in our lives. So to be able to remind someone, that wanted to donate to you, but read the email at work and, got a little busy and forgot to do it at night. Having those reminders are going to be big because everyone wants to help. That's the biggest thing. Everyone wants to be a part of this, and everyone wants to help in whatever way they can, whether it's being a rider, a donor, anything like that. So remember that when doing your fundraising. The next thing off of personal fundraising, and this could even be done in personal, but is team fundraising or event fundraising, I would say, because you could do this as an individual. There are tons of fun, creative ways that us here in the ride office are definitely willing to help you guys out with, whether it's fun ideas about a bottle drive, have a bottle drive with your team, have a bottle drive by yourself, advertise it in your neighborhood, something like that. Bottle drive is a great way because the biggest thing with fundraising events is you want to do, low minimum effort with a high reward. So doing something like a bottle drive is a great way to bring in those extra fundraising dollars. Bake some cookies for your office, whether it's a corporate team or not. Take advantage of your office. Bake some cookies and put them in the lunchroom and, say that people can take them based on donation, something like that. Lots of different fun ideas. But then my favorite, and this does take a bit more effort, but it has a very high reward, and that would be a pub fundraiser. Everyone wants to, go out after a long day at work on Thursday or Tuesday and go to a little pub fundraiser that you put on. And we have plenty of connections here in Calgary, one that works with us quite regularly, and that's Vagabond. And they are willing to help you with any of your fundraising needs, whether you're a 20-person fundraising event or a 100-person fundraising event. They're here to help you out, and they have great ideas, whether it's, doing a burger and a beer for $12 and selling the ticket for $20. Again, there's lots of different ways we can make a pub fundraiser really fun, with a little silent auction, reaching out to friends and family, 50-50, what Canadian doesn't love 50-50? So it's definitely a great thing to take advantage of. Other than pub fundraisers, there's so many things around. If you want to do a little barbecue, maybe it's a nice sunny day and you decide we're going to have a barbecue outside the office one day or outside your house one day, and M&M Meats. They're franchised, so they're owned by different people in each location, but they're always willing to give you a wholesale price on fundraising. So when you're doing events like that, so, go to them and see what you can do together. There's tons of different ways, and we host fundraising 101 sessions. That's actually that's a big thing, is our calendar. So we're hosting a fundraising 101 session even just tomorrow. But taking advantage of that calendar is going to help you with your fundraising and your training. But we're always hosting fun events, and you totally can come be a part of them. So definitely check out that calendar. But again, the fundraising 101 is on tomorrow night, but we'll be doing one at least once a month. So coming out to that and hearing stories from different riders, but also just hearing fun ideas we can set you up with. We want to help. That's the biggest thing. We want to help you. And we want to make sure that you're going to be as successful with fundraising and training and doing this event as you can. So take advantage of that. So moving on from fundraising, we're just going to touch a little bit about the training. So, the next 8 months leading up to the event, you definitely want to get yourself on that bike and get used to sitting in the seat. So definitely take advantage of our training calendar. Whether you're an individual rider or on a team, or just doing this with a community team or corporate team, you're gonna set some fundraisers, some training rides up together. So you'll set a training ride up, you'll do it maybe once a week, and that's great. Say you can't make your team's training ride once a week, or one of the weeks, because it's on Thursday and you have plans on a Thursday. Well, if you still want to get a ride in that week, we have tons of open training rides that our bigger community teams and some of our corporate teams will open up to anybody being a part of. So, maybe on Tuesday there's a ride down in Fish Creek, or Thursday there's a ride out in the Northwest, and that's where you're located. You can jump on this ride. Their contacts are in the calendar posting. You're going to be able to reach out to them if you have any issues. It says when you need to be there, when you need to be ride ready to be there. And then they always end at a little pub and hang out at the end of the night to get to know more of the riders in their community. So again, this is a great way to get involved with training rides, but also meet people, because this is a community. This 1,700, 2,000 riders, we're a big community, and it's a great thing to be a part of, because it brings it to such a small hometown feel, and really gives you a sense of being a part of something. And a part of something bigger than all of us. So take advantage of meeting other people, whether you're already on a team or not. One of our other community teams will do 2 a week. Sometimes they're on Saturday, and you can go out for a fun Bragg Creek ride with some of our open teams that will do those rides for you to come out on. So great way to get yourself to do some outdoor riding. Another way to take advantage of training would be through spin classes. So we do work with a lot of spin classes around, Calgary and Edmonton. And we're going to be, we have discounts for you to help you, give you a good price on the classes. But for example, one of the studios we work with here in Calgary, Spoke and Spin, they do fundraising classes for us. So what happens is on a Friday night or a Sunday morning, we'll host a class. We'll throw it up on our calendar. We'll send out an email about it, and you can join with it. But what you'll do is you'll come and you'll give a donation. So you're gonna, bring your friends, bring your family, bring anyone, and you just give a donation of whatever you think is good. And then we all ride together. And then at the end, we pull out 2 riders' names and divvy up the funds between them. So not only did you get a good training ride in for a really good price, you also just, got some fundraising dollars at the same time. So that's an awesome thing to take advantage of that we provide for you. On another end of the training, we're going to talk about a bike, because everyone's always worried about what kind of bike they need, or they don't want to join until they've figured out what sort of bike, or if they can afford a bike. Best part about being registered for this ride is that you're going to get a discount on bikes. So we have tons of shops in Calgary, in Edmonton. I think there's a few in Okotoks, a few in Lethbridge that we work with, and you're going to get 10% off bikes possibly, and 15% off accessories. Norco, who's one of our sponsors, will even give you a little bit of a donation if you buy a Norco bike. So again, we have tons of offers to help you out and help you find that bike. But I want everyone to know that you don't have to buy that $30,000 bike that you can pick up with your pinky. And I don't know if anyone knows what I'm talking about, but there is a bike out there that is extremely expensive, but it's as light as picking it up with your finger. But you don't need that to be on this event. Again, this ride, this event, it's the avid cyclist does not choose our event because of the ride, the challenge, like how the route. They don't choose it for that. They choose it for the cause. And so that's something to keep in mind, again, because you don't need the best equipment. You don't need the most high-end bike on the market. Do people do the ride on mountain bikes? Totally. Is it a little harder? Yes. But the thing is that people still do it. And there's tons of options. You could get a hybrid bike. So in case you do a lot of mountain biking and you want to keep, you want to have something that can do both, a hybrid bike is great. It's going to be able to go on the road a little bit better than a mountain bike. Buying a pair of slick tires to throw onto your bike is definitely a possibility. I have some riders that actually, and this is actually a really good training strategy. I've met so many riders who do this. Whether you have a road bike or you're going to rent a road bike, they actually train on a mountain bike. So they do a lot of their riding on a mountain bike because it is a little harder, and they train that way. But then some people who, they just have a mountain bike, so they don't have that road bike. They'll train on that mountain bike and they'll rent road bikes. And I can totally put you into contacts with great places around the city, around Alberta, really, that'll give you a great rental price, about $40 for the entire weekend. And they'll rent you the road bike. So, rent it a few weekends out of the summer just to get used to riding on a road bike so that you are comfortable, and then rent it for the entire weekend of the ride. And you'll be so surprised how smooth sailing it is on a road bike after training for 8 months on a mountain bike. So again, lots of options. We even have people who do this ride on tandem bikes. It's probably pretty hard on a tandem bike, but again, it's for the meaning and for the purpose of doing it on a tandem. We had a woman this past year who rode on a tandem bike by herself, and I can't even imagine how challenging that was. But you know what? It was a representation of someone she had lost on the back of her bike who was riding with her. And that reminds you that this is your own journey, and this is just a ride, and it's a beautiful event to be a part of. So remember that when being worried about a bike or having the best equipment or the best gear. I definitely think the one mandatory thing you should probably have when it comes to gear is not the best bike in the world. It's having those padded bike shorts. Those are definitely going to help you get through 2 days of riding. So that would be the one thing I'd say to definitely invest in. But again, you get that 15% off accessories at bike shops that work with us. So tons of different things for you to take advantage of. So then kind of jumping into a little bit more about it. So we'll have our own, we'll host our own training ride. And that will be about May. I believe it's the last weekend in May. It's already on our calendar. But taking advantage of that, it's about 2 months out from the event, a little less or a little more. And that's a great thing to take advantage of because it'll be 60 kilometers with a 30-kilometer option turnaround, just in case you don't want to do the 60. But it's a great way to kind of see where you're at 2 months before the ride, doing a 60-kilometer ride. And it'll really emulate almost what that first day will be like. So it's a great thing to take advantage of. On top of it, sponsored by us. So, you're going to have pit stops. You're going to have everything that you're going to need out there. You're going to have the sweep vehicles, us driving down the road, making sure you guys are doing okay. So take advantage of that because that is a great event to be a part of. And then now, so jumping back into the calendar, just to give you guys an idea of what kind of events we're going to be holding for you guys leading up to this. It's going to be, so Fundraising 101, I spoke a little bit about. We just had our annual Captain Summit, and we're going to be having one in Edmonton soon here. So we also are going to have those spin classes on the calendar that you can definitely RSVP to. But we're totally going to do some fun, like Nutrition 101 classes. Again, this is a great emotional, and we all have a connection to this cause. But on top of this being for such a good cause, it's also a great lifestyle change. It's also a great hobby to pick up, anything like that. So coming out to our Nutrition 101, we'll usually have it by one of our nutritionists that works with us, and they are usually cyclists as well. So we've got great kind of nutrition tips for you, especially because once you get into a habit of riding, you're going to notice the things that you eat in the morning are going to be similar, because you're going to want to make sure that you're eating kind of the same thing when you're riding, just because you don't want to eat something that isn't going to sit well after 100+ kilometers of riding. So learning different nutrition tips leading up to the event, but also the day of the event and the week leading to the event, definitely a really fun event to be a part of that we put on for you. And you can always bring a guest, always bring a friend or family member. But on top of that, we'll put together some strength training workshops for you guys. We have a lot of studios around the city that'll work with us and give us, their space, and they'll put on a little session for you guys. So lots of fun things like that to take advantage of. So just check out our calendar. We come up with new stuff all the time. And so moving from our calendar, kind of just going to bring up teams and what it takes to be a part of a team or to join a team. So with teams, there's community teams and corporate teams. And the one thing with corporate teams is that if you want to start a team within your company, there's no extra add-ons because you're a corporate team. It's the same thing. It's just that you're calling it your company's name, and you're getting some colleagues from work, but also, your spouses to join and make a little team to represent your workplace. But then the community teams, that's one big thing, is that you don't need, for any team, the only thing you need is you and one other person. We have tons of teams that are 2 people. We have tons of teams that are 100 people. Not tons actually, but a few teams that are at 100 people. The thing is it's whatever you want to make your team of. And once you create a team, you're going to have that team page as well as that personal page that we talked about earlier. So you have a page to dedicate to your entire team. The benefits of joining a team or creating a team really is just, you're going to have a great time either way, because you're going to be out there meeting lots of people. But having the team and having that accountability, that little extra motivation on the weekend to get out on a training ride, really makes it great. Whether it's your friends and family or whether it's your colleagues, you're going to have that kind of push because there are other people that are counting on you, and you're counting on other people, and that's going to really give you a little extra motivation throughout the process. But on top of it, it really creates a great bonding experience. And again, this really is much so in the workplace, because a lot of the community teams, a lot of, you already know everyone pretty closely and stuff like that. But of course, there's always more room for getting to know each other. But with the corporate teams, being able to get to know your colleagues a little bit more and have something kind of fun outside of work to talk about and to be a part of together really is a great morale booster in the office, and really makes it fun to have this as kind of like a side thing with your friends and family from work. So it's a great thing to be a part of when it comes to teams. So the biggest thing, if you're registered and you're an individual or you're not registered yet, it's okay whether you know what team name you want to have or whether you're looking for an open team to join. You can join as an individual, and we can always fix that later. Once you register, you have the choice to create a team. So if that's what you're looking to do, that's what you can do. And then you can always, the best part is, once you get started, that's where all of this information that, is in your head right now, that's where you now get to prioritize it. Because now you've registered. That's the telltale part. Once you sign that, that bottom line and say you're in, then from there we can kind of move in a bit of a functioning way to get your team started. So if you're a community team or a corporate team, once you've signed up as the captain, then you're going to let us know in the office that, we're going to reach out to you and we're going to get you an information session. For corporate teams, this is going to be at your office, and we can invite everyone out at the lunch hour. I'll come out and I'll do a little presentation for you guys, just like this one that I'm doing for you all now. And we're going to get everyone involved and give them all the details and get them super pumped up and excited to be a part of this. But same thing for community teams. Once you register as a captain, we're going to get our community engagement specialists out there, and you're going to pick a restaurant near your house or a rec center, and we're going to set it all up for you. And we're going to get your friends and family to come out, and we're going to have a little session together. Again, this gets everyone together, and it gets them all very excited and gives them more detail in it. Let's us help you get the recruitment process started for you. So great things to take advantage of with us. And so definitely look into that. But maybe, building a team is just a little too much for you. And it's just not what you're looking for, but you definitely want that team experience. We can help you definitely with that. If you're looking to join a community team, no matter what area of the province you are, we have tons of open community teams that we can put you right into contact with their captain. We have teams in Lethbridge, we have teams in Grand Prairie that are open. We have Edmonton teams, Red Deer teams, Calgary teams. Wherever you're pretty much at, I can bet we can find an open team near you. And this will be a great way for you to, meet even new people in your community, wherever that may be, and being able to kind of find other people that have a like-minded, challenge in front of them. So take advantage of that. Definitely let us know if you want to be a part of an open team, and we will work on that and get you connected right away with the team captain and, get you on that team. So again, nothing is impossible with this event. And that's something that's so special about this event. And that I think is so great about this event is, again, it's your journey and it's what you want to make of it. So definitely look into that, and I look forward to hearing from you guys about that, because joining a team or creating a team definitely makes this even a bigger experience for you guys. So if you thought just because you registered or, when you register as an individual, you can't change that, you definitely can. So another really fun thing that's been somewhat new to our event, that was really fun last year, is our industry challenge. And this is for community and corporate teams. So the industry challenge is really great because this is where we create a little bit of friendly competition and we get everyone excited about kind of doing better in a sense. So when it comes to the community teams, we've got an industry challenge where we're going to, have the different communities, whether it's, Lethbridge, it's the Southern Alberta, split off from Northern Alberta and Central Alberta. And you're going to be going against your other fellow community teams when it comes to fundraising. The winner is going to get a little trophy and on-site recognition at the event, but also bragging rights for the next year, of course, because you guys won the Community Industry Challenge. So one thing you might be thinking is, well, there's tons of teams with 50 people, but there's only, 5 of us on our community team. That's not a problem. There's 2 different categories in each community industry or, corporate industry. The 2 different categories is, one is based on total fundraising dollars. So that's where some of the bigger teams are going to have a bit of an edge. But there's also a category that's average dollars raised per rider. And this is where some of the smaller teams can get involved and be able to compete in that sense, because you don't have to have 20 people on your team. You can have a team of 5 or 6. And, if your average is higher than the rest, then you're good to go, and you guys are winning that community industry challenge. So a really fun thing to be a part of, and we will definitely update you on that leading up to the ride, letting you know who's trailing who, and it makes it really fun. Again, it's a little friendly competition to make it even that much more fun. So on the corporate side, you're going to have different industry categories that you're all mixed up into. So of course, oil and gas being one of the categories. We have construction, manufacturing, design. We have professional services. Financial is a really big category. We have a lot of that. So about 9, I want to say 8 or 9 different categories. So you'll be split up between those, and it's going to be the same thing as the community. You have that total funds raised category, but you also have the average funds raised per rider. And that's where it really differentiates the number of riders you have. So again, year-long bragging rights if you win. Makes it really fun. You'll get some really fun emails from myself when we're leading up to it, letting you know who's trailing who and who's on their way to catching the other. So it's a really fun part of this event. And again, it sets in that friendly competition. So that's a little bit about our industry challenge. The next thing I guess I'm going to talk about with you guys is ambassadors. And so that's, what you can become depending on your fundraising and your team. So if you're a captain, you get to qualify as an ambassador, and different levels get you different things. And you actually, if you make it to one of the levels, you'll get a little ambassador jersey from us with a patch stating what you are. So whether you're a gold ambassadors, it goes bronze, silver, gold, platinum. And so our platinum ambassadors are our highest ambassadors, and they're going to get a little jacket as well, and put their names put on a plaque, so that we keep around in some of the offices. So being an ambassador, when you're a captain, it really gets broken down into how many people you have on your team, that end up raising the minimum funds. So just being a bronze ambassador is just having 5 people on your team, raising the 2,500, and now you've got your ambassador level. So it's a really fun thing to strive for, but you don't have to just be a team captain to be an ambassador. You also, can just be an individual rider and based on what you raise. So just to get the bronze ambassador as a rider, if you raise over $7,500, you become a bronze ambassador. So all of that listing is right there on our website with all the different levels. And it's really fun because it's something else to be proud of. Not only did you just complete this amazing event, but you took it to the next level, which I know all of you guys definitely can. And that's something that's really, really big to be proud of. And again, the reason why I say that this could be the best event and will be the best event that you do in 2016. So definitely take advantage of all those things. And if you haven't played around with the website, there is a lot of really fun things to learn about it too. Just having that industry challenge and big thing with fundraising. When you're holding these events, kind of just back to the fundraising, when you're holding these events, you definitely not only can just use us in the office, but we have tons of material for you guys. Posters and banner roll to put around tables, kind of like a skirt that have our logo and everything on it, information pamphlets, stuff like that. So definitely let us know. We can send them out to you, like the posters, or you can stop by our office, come say hello and meet us, and we can give those to you. But even just having a few posters, what I think is great is you put your name and your ID number and what your goal is. And even if you just hang up a poster in your local gym where you work out, if they'll let you put it there, or your cubicle at work, and then especially if it's a corporate team, it'll let the people on your floor in your cubicle area definitely know who they need to donate to and when making their donations, or really just anywhere, a community center in your community, stuff like that. So come by and grab some posters and take advantage of those. So also great things in our office to, again, just stop by. We love when people stop by. Again, I've said that a few times. So come by and see us. And we'll definitely be able to help you out, whether it's donation issue, personal page, stuff like that. So, before this wraps up too, I want to bring up engagement sessions that we like to hold. Just like in the beginning that I've pretty much said, you definitely need to take advantage of us. We are here for you every step of the way. So an engagement session is something that we want to, work with you one-on-one. So we would love to schedule an engagement session with any of our riders, whether you're a new rider, returning rider, haven't even, signed up yet. We're going to definitely help you out with that. But an engagement session is a little one-on-one session with myself or any of the other engagement specialists in our office. And, we'll meet you wherever you want. We'll come out, to a coffee shop near your work. We can go to a library near your house, anything that works for you. We will come out and we'll have a little one-on-one session, help you set up your personal page, just in case you don't, you're not as tech savvy or not really sure how to use the personal page. We'll come out and help you out with that. We'll help you send out your first round of emails, get you used to the system, maybe even, connect your ride to Facebook. So definitely those engagement sessions are a great thing to come in and have with us. And we definitely would love to schedule them with everyone. Like I said, new, returning, whatever it is, we want to get to know you. And we want you to get to know us. And like I said, we want to walk you through this entire process. So definitely let us help you with that. And we can get those started. So anytime, if you want to call us or, next time we call you, we'll set one of those up. And anytime of the week, any day really, and we'll set that up to be the most convenient thing for you. All right. Yeah, so hopefully that's been great, a lot of information for you guys, and we're looking forward to everyone who's going to join us on this event, because it really is It really is a great thing to be a part of, and we are totally excited to have another great time and a great year together. Okay, so hopefully with all of the questions that anyone had, this has definitely answered everything for you guys, or giving you something to be really excited for tonight, and get started. Like I said, you have nothing to lose in this event, but lots to gain. And that's definitely what's going to help you get through this, because by signing up, you're putting a great challenge in front of you. It's going to be a little tough, of course, but is it something you can't do? Not at all. And that's something to keep in mind, is that, you know, how rewarding would it be if it wasn't a bit of a challenge? But that's why we're here for you. And it's going to be a great challenge to help you guys out and to give you something to look forward to. And again, it'll be the best thing you do in 2016. So I want to thank you guys for listening, and we're going to wrap this up now. We'll definitely be able to answer any other questions if you post them in the comments via typing them in. So definitely have a great night, and thanks for joining me on this Monday evening.